Hello, welcome to part 5 of Project Tiger. Hope you remember the situation where we have stopped in the previous class. Camera was mounted on the tripod and everybody is getting ready to shoot the film. And Tiger has reached over there in a lorry, in a cage, and Mr. Thorat was there. And let's see what really happened in the shooting location. So you may be eager to know all those things. So let us read the paragraph number 16. Be with me. Thank you. 16th paragraph. So we have seen the last paragraph. They were just trying to get at least one shot that showed them together with the tiger. Who is them mentioned here? Them means there is Gubi and Baga. This Gubi and Baga should come in one shot and the tiger should come together in that shot. And we are passing on to 16th paragraph. Mr. Thorat's men had fixed a 5-foot iron rod to the ground. Mr. Thorat's men had fixed a 5-foot iron rod to the ground, about 30 feet from the area where the tiger was supposed to take a walk. This is the technique done by Mr. Thorat. He had fixed a 5-foot iron rod. Foot and I had shown the last previous class also. Foot and feet, and foot here iron rod pole to the ground about 30 feet from the area where the tiger was supposed to take a walk. They took a thin long wire and fixed one end of the collar made of tiger skin that the tiger was already wearing. So to the tiger skin collar he had tied the thin long wire and he fixed it. The other end was tied firmly to the visible portion of the iron rod, as if what we are doing with the cow and goat and everything, tied one end to the pole, other end to its neck. The door of one of the cages was unfastened. Fastened means kettuga, unfastened means kattayikkuga. And cages was unfastened, and Mr. Thorat called out to the tiger. How will be that one? Hey, come out! Maybe like that. It responded almost at once, quickly, and it responded at once. And we know that one at once is a word we are quite familiar. Quickly, and sprang out of its cage to land on the open space. So when he called out the tiger, he made a sound, so the tiger sprang out, jumped out of its cage to the land on the open space. Outside, what followed was totally unexpected. What was expected? The tiger will slowly come out and it will start acting in the movie and it will walk in the jungle, but it is not a thing happened. It was unexpected thing happened. One look at Mr. Thorat's startled and helpless face told us that he was taken aback as the rest of us. So, when we looked at the face of this Thorat, we understood what he was. Startled, confused, helpless face told us that he was taken aback. Taken aback is a phrase. told us he was taken aback, he was surprised, bewildered, confused. So, taken aback is a phrase I told, and its meaning is you have to understand it is confused or bewildered or surprised as the rest of us. So it means that all the people who were assembled, the crew and Torat were taken aback. What was the action? The tiger jumped out of the cage unexpectedly. Instead of walking, what it was supposed to do, instead of walking sedately in a dignified manner, the tiger started prancing around with tremendous enthusiasm. What was it supposed to do? It was supposed to walk sedately. Sedately meaning is very calmly, in a dignified manner, in a decent way. The tiger started prancing. Prance means to move with the high steps, just like dancing, around with a tremendous enthusiasm. Enthusiasm, this word all know, it is happiness. Tremendous means that is that great enthusiasm. Brandamaya. It leapt. Leap in the past tense, leapt. It jumped. It rolled. 3 actions. Leapt. It leapt. It jumped. It rolled about, dragging its poor trainer, who was desperately clutching the wire tied to the tiger's collar in a futile attempt to bring it under control. So it's a wonderful area. We have to spend a little more time for this one. When the tiger came out, what it was supposed to do? It was supposed to do walk sedately in a dignified manner. But it started, it leapt, it jumped, it rolled about, dragging its poor trainer, who was desperately clutching the wire. What it leapt, it jumped, it rolled. This was the action done by the tiger. And what it was doing actually, it was dragging its poor trainer. Who is the poor trainer? We know that one. That is that Mr. Torat, who was desperately, this is a new word I think, desperately without any purpose, clutching, holding the wire tied to the tiger's collar in a futile attempt to bring, futile means here having no purpose, because there is no chance of success. Nirarthagamayi എന്ന് മലയാളം വാക്ക്. Futile attempt, ശ്രമം, to bring it under control. So he was എല്ലാം കൊണ്ട് ഉരുണ്ട് കളിക്കുകയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. We stood around foolishly. Who is the we here? All the camera crew members, watching a new and strange kind of circus which we were getting to see for free. Here you can see the humor of Satyajit Ray. And these all things are happening. Actually, this is the tiger from the circus. And this circus tiger is doing a circus over here. But no ticket charge. It is free of cost. So there's a comedy here. We stood around foolishly watching a new strange kind of circus which we were getting to see for free. Okay? Now and you can see the picture here. The tiger is slowly coming out. The camera was still standing on its 3 legs. Now they were supposed to shoot the scene, but not possible. So this is on its 3 legs. We know it is 3 legs means tripod, as I told in the last class. This camera is now considered as a living thing. With 3 legs, it is looking at the funny game played by the tiger. Staring into the wood. Who is staring here? Camera is staring. It is personification here. This here camera is considered as a living thing, and it is staring. Staring means looking very keenly. തുറിച്ചു നോക്കുക എന്നർത്ഥം. Into the wood, but the tiger was showing no sign of making its way there. What was its making its way? What was its way? Because it has to go there and walks gently to the forest. Then only camera can shoot it. But there is no way. Tiger is not going there. So I think it's the funniest part of the article here. He made this portion as a funniest funniest area where the reader will get enjoyment. Hope you got the idea. Now we're passing on to 17th paragraph. Once the tiger had calmed down, after all this panic came and all these things, once the tiger had calmed down, we managed to take the few shots we needed. So once after all this dancing, prancing and all this, tiger got cooled down and then calmed down. We means the camera crew managed to take a few shots we needed. What was the scene they needed? We know that one. This should have been the end of the story. So the shooting is over. But when we returned to Calcutta, after the shooting and everything, they returned to Calcutta and looked at the scenes after the shooting, the scenes with the tiger. We realized that the camera had failed to work. Camera didn't work properly. If it worked properly, what will happen? Scenes would be nice. It shows that the scenes shot were not good. We realized that camera had failed to work properly. The shots were too dark, lighting in the problem. So much so that the tiger was merging almost completely with the background of the trees and leaves. This is a thing which you can understand only when you are having certain idea. Now you people are having that idea. Imagine more of light is falling in your face. Your face will be blurred when you're shooting, taking photographs with a mobile phone. If you're taking your photograph in a dark night, again you cannot see. But lighting is very important. Here you can see so much so that the tiger was merging almost completely with the background. കാട്ടിൻ്റെ ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ടിലേക്ക് ഈ ടൈഗർ അങ്ങ് മേർജ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ടൈഗറിനെ കാണാൻ കഴിയില്ല. The trees and leaves. We had to shoot the scene all over again. So as the scene were not good, it was not clear, they had to shoot it again. We spoke Mr. Thorat and we had to shoot the scene all over again. We spoke to Mr. Thorat and he agreed to give it another go. It's a good usage. Another go. What's the meaning of another go? Means another try. We found another bamboo grove closer to Calcutta in a village called Boral. Boral is another place like Nutangram. So it is another place. The lorry arrived once more with Mr. Thorat, the tiger and the steel wire, the special collar and the iron rod. These all things we have explained well. And with the lorry came the whole village. We told the villagers that they should stand at a distance of 70 feet. So we all know that when shooting comes, all people will just crowd around. They cannot shoot the film. So they told, please go back, please go back. So they will announce it. 70 feet away, all the people should stand. No one paid any attention to what they were told. What they were told? They were told to stay 70 feet behind, but no one paid any attention. Means nobody was ready to agree that one. So all stood near to the camera. The entire crowd moved as close to the camera as they could. The entire crowd came very close to the camera. So it is very difficult. We would not afford to waste any more time. So they cannot afford, because they had spent lot many time for that one. Waste any more time explaining and arguing with whom? With the public crowd. So we got to the camera ready and signaled to the Mr. Thorat. What is signal? To open the cage of the tiger. You just see that one. People around and tiger is alone in the cage, and when the cage is open, it will jump out. Afford to have enough of something. We cannot afford time for that one. Clang. So he opened the door of the cage. The instant the door opened with a clang. Clang is a sound, and this sound is having the same sound. So this is in poetry, we are calling this onomatopoeia, a ringing of the bell, clanging of the ribbon. So this is onomatopoeia, clang. Our tiger emerged with a louder roar. So this tiger came out from the cage with a roar. Roar means alarcha. A roar also is a onomatopoeia. And charged straight at the villagers gathered behind the camera. So it straight away jumped out to the people who are standing behind the camera. The crowd, consisting of about 150 people, I told it, so many people were there, 150 people, melted away as if by magic. Even melted, അപ്രത്യക്ഷമായി, ഫിഗറേറ്റീവ് യൂസാണ് ഇവിടെ. അലിഞ്ഞില്ലാതായിപ്പോയി. പുലിചാടി സമയത്ത് എല്ലാവരും കൂടി അപ്രത്യക്ഷമായി. ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ. Melted away as if by magic. What was the magic? Because the tiger jumped out. After that great burst of energy, what was the energy? It jumped out and charged against the crowd. The tiger calmed down very quickly, like an obedient child. Again, poetry coming here, simile here, like an obedient child. It walked over to the spot we had chosen. So it slowly walked to the spot they have chosen. Paced, walked. Paced means, the meaning of the word is walked. This is paced. Pacing means walking, and about quietly as it was required to. Sedately, gently. So it was supposed to walk in that fashion, no? So it walked and then ambled back to its trainer. Ambled means to walk at a slow, relaxed speed. So after that shooting, it gently went to its trainer, Mr. Thorat. Even the camera behaved this time. Here also you can see camera behaved. He is using poetry here, and this behavior is a character of a living thing. Here camera is not a non-living thing. So here personification is kept. Camera behaved this time means the scenes came very properly, which we realized 2 days later. Why? When they reached the camera, the studio, and they checked it, they understood, oh, wonderful scenes. When we returned to Calcutta and saw the scenes we had shot. Here ends the Memaya, and it is slightly adapted. Hope you have enjoyed this Memaya of Satyajit Ray, Project Tiger, and how he has done this one. We have read all the paragraphs, and now after this one, the next episode, part 6, we will analyze the features of this article And before that one, we have to answer the questions. And here are certain questions I am giving. Try to do it and wait for the 6th part of Project Tiger. Thank you. Stay home and be safe. Thank you.